point. Of course. No.
Huh?
It's not important.
You have my thanks then.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatsilian's legacy?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good.
Fine.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the...
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other...
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. After all,
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen,
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
no, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatsiling most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong?
Master's body... Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even... Actually...
But if they inherited Wheatsiling's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about that's because...
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
that's exactly why I chose to follow you.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation. Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, based on what you've...
You think so?
She claimed to... By figuring out the truth behind the...
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family!
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eastly?
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eastly. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eastly.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions.
Okay, so your family studied under Huitzilian.
Yes, although that pretty much ended with the techniques my family learned from Huitzilian didn't have much practical use. Turns out, of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Huitzilian was a genius. None of her students have been able to—
Do you know which techniques were—
I'm not— Shh.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the out— Besides, you might have better—
Well, looks like we're—
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors.
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know about—
Not a lot. Say what you want, and of course,
We don't need another.
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
Well, it's Huitzilian's personal account of the event, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been?
Unfortunately,
I studied maps of Natland before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your answer?
it's unlikely. In the words of my
If Huitzilian's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Yes?
It's been more than 200 years.
Well, what does she mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Huitzilian was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right?
Really?
Out of print, huh?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn, it's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It's opened the door. Actually,
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that.
these two titles are among the most successful.
I'm a merchant. Of course.
Once we get there,
Well, I'm sure Miss Sitlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already.
Well, what do you think, traveler? Okay, well,
He's persistent, huh?
How about noon?
do we have to wait?
Great shamans have important. That's only because I.
All right, as Miss Sitlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, good.
You're really that scared of her?
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, thanks for today, Sweet Lolly.
That's quite considerate of you.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
What did you think
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the...
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over. Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Hip. Phew.
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further up? Whoa, this is like a secret base.
Sometimes I want... Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah! Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand. It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my sense. And that should do it, right? You're not wrong. Hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head? Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes. Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this. Okay, what about now? Huh? And now? Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse. That was just to help with the spell. For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Wait, that sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world...
Is Sweet Lolly drunk? She's not making much sense.
Anyway,
Hearing the Traveler...
It's just... Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone in...
Yeah,
When the color draws you in, you water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again. Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Sweet Lolly...
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about... Really? Then you should understand. Nearly...
Is Sweet Lolly alright?
Stupid mind.
Okay,
I'm not... Just gotta...
Uh-oh, not this again.
I'm...
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us?
Bye. Gonna... walk back.
Alright. This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Sweet Lolly will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Ahem.
Sweet Lolly!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago. Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers.
So that's why...
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
This should be it.
So the battlefield is inside this place.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
So the Abyss invaded?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for...
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan in the first place. Gridok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
All the bases.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the
Still, what a terrific
Enough chit-chat. We should... Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the spear down and see what happens.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. the quality of the space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
No, this is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same.
Correct?
Wheat ceiling?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing That is why, with our memories, I have discovered the more guided by vibrant colors, without that capacity. And so, be...
Any ideas, Sweet Lolly? Monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. You two! Time to end them! Yeah! Light it up! Try and stop me!
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Sweet Lolly fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze. I'm guessing the purpose is...
Oh no! More monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them. Get them! Get to work! Sha!
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield. Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on.
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the...
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using... Without that power, it's just... I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken!
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important...
No, you may not.